Yeah, so are you ready for your full stage revision today?
Yes.
Yeah, I just finished my breakfast actually. So, breakfast, no? Okay, so I'm gonna be moving forward because it's almost like halfway through. So, ready?
Okay.
Okay, first question to you is about large and small. What words can we use instead of the words large and small? What words can we use instead of the words large and small? We can use the
We can use
words
the words
big and
big
little
and little
instead of the
instead of
words
the words
large and
large
small.
and small.
Yep. Do we generally say littler and litless? Do we generally say littler and litless? No, we don't
We
generally
don't
say
generally say
littler and
littler
lit
and
and litless.
littlest.
What do we use instead? What do we use instead? We
We
use
use
smaller and
smaller and
smallest instead.
smallest instead
Instead, yep. Why? Why? Because they are
because
easier
they're
to
easier to
pronounce.
pronounce.
Yep. Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? No,
Well,
Switzerland isn't.
Switzerland isn't.
Switzerland isn't
Switzerland isn't
a bigger
a
country than
bigger
India.
country than India.
It's smaller
It's
country
smaller
than
country than
India.
India.
Yep. What about you? Is that a little room you are in? Is that a little room you are in? Yes, no?
Maybe.
Yes, it's a
Yes,
little room
it's a little room
we are in.
we're in.
Or maybe you're just tall. That's why. Again, another say, what is the difference between a purse and a wallet? What's the difference between a purse and a wallet? The
The
difference between a
difference between a
purse
purse
and a wallet
and a
is that
wallet is that
women generally
women
have
generally have
purses
purses
and men
and
generally
men
have
generally have
wallets.
wallets.
Like this one, right? For women. Another. So, what does a man carry in his wallet? Again, what does a man carry in his wallet? A man carries
Man carries
his cash
his
and
cash and
cards
cards
in his wallet.
in his wallet.
Yep. Do you ever lose money? Do you ever lose your money? Yes, no. Yes, I sometimes
Yes, I
lose my money.
sometimes lose my money.
Yep. If you lose your way, for example, if you lose your way in a large city, what do you do? If you lose your way in a large city, what do you do? If I lose my
If I lose
way
my way
in a large
in a large
city,
city,
I ask a
I ask a
policeman.
policeman.
Yep. So which do you think is worse to lose? Again, your keys or your purse? Because you're a woman. So which do you think is worse to lose? Your keys or your purse? I think it's
I
worse
think
to
it's
lose
worse to lose
my
my
which one?
kids. Huh?
Kids. Keys. Key.
Kids.
Keys. Keys.
Kids.
Key.
Huh?
Key. Like key. Door key.
Oh, I thought kids.
Kids are talking about.
Keys.
Aha, you're thinking about your daughters. Okay. Again, it's worse to lose my keys.
And maybe wallet because there are cars in my wallet. No.
A purse. Purse. Because you're a woman. Like
Oh,
I said
yeah.
again, I think it's worse to
I
lose
think
my. It's worse
lose
to lose my
it's worse to lose my
my purse.
purse.
Yeah, so that's how you cover your kids, right? I noticed that you become like me. Again, Heather, what is the opposite of the verb to lose? What's the opposite of the verb to lose? The opposite
The
of
opposite of
the verb to
the
lose is
verb to lose is
to find.
to find.
Yep, I found that. You're learning, huh? Again, Heather, if you find something in this street, what would you do with it? Again, if you find something in the street, what would you do with it? If I
If
find
I
something in
find
the street,
something in the street,
I would.
just ignore.
Okay, I'll just ignore
I'll
it.
just ignore
It-
it.
Well, if you find something in the street, I'll just see. Why not, right? Maybe it's dangerous. Another, explosive. Another, how do you feel if you lose something and then find it again? Again, how do you feel if you lose something and then find it again? I feel
I
happy
feel happy
if I lose
if I lose
something
something
and I find it
and then
again.
find it again.
My medicine. Okay, another. So, what about this one? Do you find English easy to learn? Do you find English easy to learn? Yes, no.
No,
I don't
I
find
don't find
English
English
easy to learn.
is
Easy to learn.
easy to learn.
I find it
I
difficult.
find it difficult.
I see. Me too. Oh.
Eh?
Me too. Oh. Okay, another. Do you find maps difficult to read? Do you find maps difficult to read? Yes, no? Yes, I find
I
maps
find
difficult to
maps
read.
difficult to read.
Same. Maps. Okay, do you get angry very easily? Do you get angry very easily? Yes, no?
Yes,
Yes, I get
I
angry
get
very easily.
angry very easily.
Yep, easily. I see. Okay, what kind of things make you angry, Mia? What kind of things make you angry? The kind of
The kind
things
of things
I,
I
the kind of things
the kind of things
that make me
that
angry
make me
are
angry are
when things go,
when
when
things
things, when things
when things
go wrong,
go wrong,
when people are making too
when
much
people are
noise,
making too much noise, like
etc.
you, etc.
Suddenly, a moment of silence. Excuse me? Oh my gosh. I cannot talk. I cannot. What do you do when you're angry? What do you do when you're angry? When I'm
When I'm
angry,
angry,
I what?
howl, shout, or keep quiet,
Etc.
etc.
Etc. Suddenly, I shout and write, etc. Okay, Nella, do you feel hungry at the moment? Do you feel hungry at the moment? Yes, no?
No,
I don't feel
I
hungry at
don't
the
feel
moment.
hungry at the moment.
Okay, Nella, what do you do when you feel hungry? What do you do when you feel hungry? I eat
I
when I feel
eat
hungry.
when I feel hungry.
Really hungry. Hungry. Hey, dude, I have here some food. Maybe you want some? I eat when I feel hungry.
I eat when I feel hungry.
Yes, I'll give you because I'm generous. The whole pot.
What's inside?
Let me check. Oh, some noodles though.
Where? When did you
What?
cook?
What? Just before your class. See, a military
Really?
style, bro. Before your class, that was 5 hours ago. Okay, anyways, because before your class, not their classes. And again, others say, which do you prefer, fish or meat? Which do you prefer, fish or meat? I
I
prefer
prefer fish
to meat.
to meat.
Yep. Can you swim? Can you swim? Yes. No.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
Which one? Yes, I
Yes,
can
I
swim.
can swim.
Yeah, maybe. Huh? Which one? Okay, so what does it mean to swim like a fish? What does it mean to swim like a fish? To swim
To
like a
swim like a
fish
fish
means to be a
means to
strong
be a
swimmer.
strong swimmer.
Swimmer, yep. So do you prefer swimming in the sea or in the swimming pool? Again, do you prefer swimming in the sea or in a swimming pool? I prefer
I prefer
swimming
swimming
in,
in the swimming pool.
in a swimming pool.
In a swimming pool.
Yep. So me, what do we call two ends of a swimming pool? What do we call the two ends of a swimming pool? We call the two
We call it
ends. The two
the two
ends
ends
of a swimming
of a
pool.
swimming pool,
The shallow
the
end
shallow
and
end and
the deep
the
end.
deep end.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, another. So, do you dream very much at night? Do you dream very much at night? Yes, no?
No,
I don't dream
I
very
don't
much.
dream very much.
I don't dream
I
very
don't
much
dream very much
at night.
at night.
Because you don't sleep. Okay, another. So, what do you call a bad dream? What do you call a bad dream? We call a bad
We
dream
call a bad dream
a
a
nightmare.
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 Yep. What are the forms of dream? What are the forms of dream? The three
The
forms
three
of
forms
dream
of dream
are
are
dream,
dream,
dreamt,
dreamt,
dreamt.
dreamt.
Yep. What did you dream about last night? What did you dream about last night? I dreamt about.
I can't remember.
Okay. I dreamt about nothing
I
last night.
dreamt about nothing last night.
So empty. Okay, so what is that dream if it's nothing? It's it's empty dream. Okay, another. So have you got a garden at home? Have you got a garden at home? Yes, no? Have you got a garden at home? Have you got a garden at home? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes, I've got a garden at
I've got
home.
a garden at home.
Not yeah. Yes, I've got a garden
Yes,
at home.
I've got a garden at home.
At home. Yep. Do you ever refuse to help other people? Do you ever refuse to help other people? Yes, I sometimes
Yes, I
refuse
sometimes refuse
to help
to
other
help
people.
other people.
Yep. Do you write your dictations in a separate book from your other books? So, do you write your dictations in a separate book from your other books? Yes, I write my
Yeah.
dictations.
Did I?
Yes, I write my
Yes,
dictations.
I
I write my
write
dictations
my dictations
in a separate book
in
from
the
a separate book
separate book from
from my other
my
books.
other books. Did I?
Example. Guys, example, okay? Okay, now do you live in a separate house from your parents? Do you live in a separate house from your parents? Yes, I
Yes,
live
I
in a
live
separate
in a
house
separate house
from my
from my
parents.
from my
Parents.
parents.
Maybe my parents. Yeah, another. So give an example of the word lovely, please. Give an example of the word lovely, please. I had a
I
lovely
had a
holiday
lovely holiday
last year.
last year.
She's a lovely person.
She's a lovely person.
The weather is lovely
The
today.
weather's lovely today.
Yep. Okay, let's move down. We'll keep studying English until you die. You'll keep studying English until you die. Yes, no?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, I'll keep
I'll
studying
keep
English
studying English
until I
until
die.
I die.
Yep. Do you agree it's very bad for the health to keep eating after our stomachs are completely full? Do you agree it's very bad for the health to keep eating, for example, after our stomachs are completely full? Yes, I agree.
Yes, I agree.
It's very bad
It's
for the
very bad
health
for the health
to keep
to keep
eating
eating
after our
after
stomachs
our
are
stomachs are
completely full.
completely full.
Yep. Do you keep your money in your pocket or do you use a purse or wallet? Since you're a woman, so maybe purse, right? Do you keep your money in your pocket or do you use a purse?
I
keep my money in my pocket
I
or purse.
purse.
Okay, so I don't keep my
I
money in
don't
my
keep my
pocket.
money in my pocket.
I use a purse.
I use purse.
A purse.
A purse.
I use purse. Okay. How many purse? Okay, another. Do you keep books after you've read them? Do you keep books after you've read them? Yes, no. Yes, I keep books after I've read them.
I've read them.
I've read them. That's correct. Okay, what about this one? Now, what is the best way to keep warm on a cold day? What is the best way to keep warm on a cold day? The best way
The best way
to keep warm on a cold
warm
day
in a cold
on a cold day
cold day
on a cold
on a
day
cold day
is to wear a
is to wear a
thick coat.
thick coat.
We don't have this, so always shirt only. Okay, what about you? What do we sometimes mean when we use the words one, you, we, and they? What do we sometimes mean when we use the words one, you, we, and they? When we use the words one, you, we, and they. One, you, we, and they. We sometimes
mean
people in
people
general.
in general.
Yep. So in the sentence, if you want to go to the cinema, you have to buy a ticket. What does the word "you" mean? In the sentence, if you want to go to the cinema, you have to buy a ticket. What does the word "you" mean? In the sentence, if you want to go to the cinema, you have to buy a ticket. The word "you" doesn't. The word "you" doesn't necessarily mean me in particular, but people in general. Yep. So which do we gel use the most? One, you, or we? Which do we gel use the most? One, you, or we? We gel use you the most. Okay. So what must you do if you want to speak language well? Again, what must you do if you want to speak to when you want to speak a language well? You must study a lot.
You must study a lot
and repeat. Okay, go on. If you want to speak
language well.
You can go with the one and the when you read. Right? Okay, it's just a little bit. So again, what do you have to do if you want to stay healthy? What do you have to do if you want to stay healthy? If I want to stay healthy, I have healthy. Yep, I have to eat
healthy food.
Sleep well and do exercise. Sleep well and do exercise. Very obvious. Okay, all right. What about this one? So, what must you do if you want to remember something well? What must you do if you want to remember something well? You must repeat often. If you want to remember something well. Yep. Where can we buy a drink when we are thirsty? Where can we buy a drink when we are thirsty? We can buy a drink from a bar when we are thirsty. Not 7-Eleven.
Not vending machine.
We don't have yet. Yeah, another. So, which country must you go to, or must we go to, if we want to hear people speaking? Let's say, for example, Russian, not Greek. Yep, because Greek is difficult, right? So, which country must we go to if we want to hear people speaking Russian? We must go to Russia. If we want to hear people speaking Russian. Yep. What does one do when one is hungry? What does one do when one is hungry? One eats when one is hungry. So there, one is hungry. Yep, hungry. Do they sell drinks at most cinemas? Yes, they sell drinks at most cinemas. Okay, let's move down here. The present perfect here. So, what is the difference between the present perfect and the past simple? What is the difference with the present perfect and the past simple? The
The
difference
difference
between
between
the present
present
perfect
perfect
and
and the
the past simple is
past
that
simple is that
we use the
we
present
use the present
perfect
perfect
when we are thinking
when we are
about
thinking
time
about time
before and up to
before and
now,
up to now,
whereas we use
whereas
the
we
past
use the
simple
past simple
when we are
when
thinking
we are
about
thinking about
a specific
a
pastime.
specific pastime.
Specific pastime.
Huh?
Specific pastime.
Specific pastime.
Give an example of each, please. Give an example of each, please. I have been
I have
here
been here
for 20 minutes. For 20
for
minutes.
20 minutes.
I arrived
I
here
arrived here
20 minutes
20
ago.
minutes ago.
Yep, what about this one? Has the spring started? Has the spring started? Yes, the spring has started.
Yes, the
The spring
springs
has
has the
spring
spring has started.
started. Yeah, because here is ended. So I'll change the season. Has the winter ended? Has the winter ended? Yes, this
Yes.
yes, the
The
winter
winters
has ended.
has
The
winter
winters. How many winters? The winter
winters
has.
ended.
Yes, maybe you can contract. The winter's ended. Wise. Alright, let's do some contractions. Okay. Yeah, so when did it end? When did it end? It ended on
It ended on when February
the February what?
28th.
30th? I mean, I was thinking
30.
about March, guys. Yeah. Hey. That was a year. So it's still 29, right? Okay, so yeah, I was supposed to March. I guess at 28th of February.
28th of February.
Yep, it was a little delay, guys. Delay signal. March. Oh, February. Okay. Okay. You didn't hear any 30th in February, okay? Never. Yeah, how long have you studied at this school? Here in Native, how long have you studied at this school? I've studied at
I've
this school.
studied at
This school
this
for
school for almost
two
about 2
years.
years. Yeah.
Yep, for yeah, maybe 2 years, more or less 2 years, right? Another. When did you start your lessons at this school? When did you start your lessons at this school? I started my
I
lessons
started my lessons
at this
at this
school
school
1 year ago.
here
1 year ago.
1
A year
year ago.
ago. A year ago.
A year ago.
Yep. So have you been to the cinema this year? Have you been to the cinema this year? No, I haven't
No,
been
I
to the
haven't
cinema
been to the cinema
this year.
this year.
Yep. What was the last time you went to the cinema? When was the last time you went to the cinema? The last time
The
I
last time
went
I went
to the cinema
to the
was
cinema was
last year.
the
Elsa.
Frozen 2.
Yeah,
No,
like last year, right?
was
Was it?
it? Can't
Was
remember.
last year.
Was last year.
What happened to 2020? 2019 to 2021, 2021. Huh? Where's 2020? Gone. Okay, another. So, have you written any dictations this week? Have you written any dictations this week? No.
No,
I haven't
I
written any
haven't
dictations.
written.
Written
I haven't written
any dictation
any
this week.
dictation this week.
Any dictations this week.
Huh?
Any dictations this week.
Any
Any.
dictation this week.
Dictations this week.
Dictations this week.
Completed. No, I haven't
I
written.
haven't written.
No, I haven't
No,
written
I haven't written
any dictations this
any
week.
dictations this
So
week.
many yes. Dictations this week.
This dictations this week.
You get it. Phew. Okay, another. Did you what? Did you write a dictation yesterday? Did you write a dictation yesterday? No, I
No,
didn't
I
write
didn't write
a dictation
a
yesterday.
dictation yesterday.
A dictation yesterday.
A dictation yesterday.
Okay, another. Are horses wild animals? Are horses wild animals? Yes.
Yes.
Some horses are
Some horses are
wild animals.
a wild animal, but
No, it says
where is the horse?
wild animals. And some horses are wild
Some
animals.
horses are
Wild
wild
animals.
animals. Where?
Because
The horse?
like I'm not like R. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. The horse is gone. You wanna hear? I cannot. I'm frozen too. Oh, I'm frozen too. What do you mean? Let me say like cannot. No voice today. Give me motivation. Dead horse. Yeah, I told you, horses are not that wild. Some of them are cute. Oh. Again, I like, what do we call the arms of a tree? What do you call the arms of a tree? We call the arms of a tree.
Huh?
We call the arms of a
the
tree.
arms of a tree?
Branches.
Branches.
Yep. Does your bank have a branch near there? Does your bank have a branch near there? Yes, my bank
Yes,
has
my bank has
a branch near
a
here.
branch near here.
Yep. Okay, what about this one? So let's have the word bridge. Are there any bridges over the river in Paris? Are there any bridges over the river in Paris? Yes, there are some
Yes, there are
bridges
some bridges
over the river in
over the
Paris.
river in Paris.
River in Paris.
River in Paris.
Paris. Paris.
Paris.
Yep. About how many eggs do you eat a week? Yeah. About how many eggs do you eat a week? I eat
I
about
ate about
how
2,
many eggs?
3 egg. Too much.
Three what?
Eggs a week.
Three
3
eggs.
eggs
3 eggs a week.
a week.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so I'm gonna be pushing the table. Yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're pushing the table. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're pulling the table. Like, easy. What a good drama. Okay, another. Do you push that door, Mia, to go out of the room? Not classroom. Do you push that door to go out of the room? Yes, I push this door.
Hey.
No, you don't. Okay, no, I don't push
I
this
don't
door
push this door
to go out
to
of the
go
room.
out of the room.
I
I
pull it.
pull it.
So let's just say, supposing you are inside, you push right when you're in the yeah, in the bathroom. Okay, so another, is that table too heavy for you to pull into the next room? Is that table too heavy for you to pull into the next room? Yes, no. Is it heavy or not?
Heavy. Not
Heavy. So which one? No, maybe no. No, this table
This
isn't
table isn't
too heavy
too
for
heavy
me
for me
to pull
to
into the
pull
next
into
room.
the next room.
Okay, what subject interests you the most? What subject interests you the most? Which one
English
interests me the most?
interests me the most.
The most. Yep. What subject bores you the most? What subject bores you the most? Which one? History, geography, mathematics. Which
History
one bores me the most? Bores me the most.
Me the most.
Not bores.
Bored.
Bores. Bores me the
Bores
most.
me
The most.
most.
What? The most. History bores me the most.
History bores me
The
the
most.
most.
Yep. Do you think football is an interesting sport? Do you think football is an interesting sport? Yes, I think football is an.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
think football is an
Football's an
interesting sport.
interesting sports.
Yeah, because it's their flagship of Britain and England. Yeah, another. Are you interested in the history of your country? Are you interested in the history of your country? Yes, no? No? Be honest, it's okay. No, I'm not interested
I'm not
in
interested in
the history of my
history
country.
of my country.
Yeah, I told you guys, you really get bored in history, you know? Okay, another. Do you get bored if you have nothing to do? Do you get bored if you have nothing to do? Yes, no? No, I don't get
I
bored
don't get bored
if I have
if I
nothing
have
to do.
nothing to do.
I know. That's your favorite time. Freedom. Another. So, what is the difference between and among? What's the difference between and among? The
The
difference
difference
between
between
among
a mom
and
and
among
a mom
is that
is that
we generally
we
use
generally
between
use between
for two
for
people or
two people
things.
or thing,
People or
people or
things.
things,
People or things.
people or
Not
things,
people. People
people
or things.
or things,
Things.
things.
Whereas we use among
among
for more than two
for
people or
more than
things.
two people or things.
Or things. Yep. So give an example of each, please. Give an example of each, please. I'm sitting between the teacher
I'm sitting between the teacher
and the window.
and the window.
I'm sitting among
I'm
the other
sitting
students.
among
The other students.
the other students.
The rest. Another. Is there anybody sitting between you and me? Is there anybody sitting between you and me? Yes, no?
No.
No. There isn't anybody
Is
sitting
sitting
between you and
between
me.
you and me.
I'm supposed to have this yesterday. Baba, sure. Okay, what about this one? Among all the subjects you've studied at school before, which did you think was the most boring? Among all the subjects you've studied at school, which did you think was the most boring? Among all the
Among all the
subjects.
subjects.
Among all the
Among all the
subjects
subjects
I studied at
I
school,
studied at school,
I thought
history
was the most
the
boring.
most boring.
I see. Among all the places you've ever been to, me, which do you think is the ugliest? Again, among all the places you've ever been to, which do you think is the ugliest? Among all the places I've ever been to, I think park is the ugliest.
It's the ugliest.
Ugly. Only an example, right? So I think they're gonna be you next week for stage revision. So that's a name. Thank you so much, Miu. Say bye to Boba. Sure. Bye. See you.